Hello, my name is Muhammad Abul Kalam. My ID is 01122 Now I am presenting my assignment. So here we have first need to capture the number of packets, then mostly common use protocols in the captured traffic, then the source and destination IP address, and with the port for the top 5 networks. So since I'm connected to Wi-Fi, so it's showing up. So if we can double click here, then we can see the packet captured. So here if we want to capture the packet, so here if we do stop capturing packets, so now we can see the packets are captured. So if we can go to the first stop, so here at first we can see the number of packet captured is 804. The number of packet capture is 804. Then the most commonly used protocol is IDP. Here we can UDP. Here we can see UDP maximum is UDP. Mostly it is used UDP. Here we can see UDP. So mostly UDP is used. Then the first 5 source IP address and the destination IP address with the port. If we can see the first one here, the first one's source IP is 142.250 and 183.234, and the source port is 443. Here we can see at the down window. Here it's 443 is the source port, and the destination IP address is 192.168.31.88, and the destination port is 53319, and the protocol used is UDP. Then the second one, the source IP address is 142.250.195.74, with the source port is 443, and destination is 192.168.31.88, and the destination port is 51157. Then the third one, if we can see the source IP address 142.250.193.131, and the source port is 443, and the destination IP is 192.168.31.88, and the destination port is 61027. Then the fourth one, source IP address is 142.250.182.42, with the source port 443, and the destination IP address 192.168.31.88, and the destination port is 63102. And the protocol for the first 4 is used DDP, and the third one, if we can see the source IP address is 142.250.193.131, and the source port is 443, and this destination IP address is 192.168.31.88, and the destination port is 53483. And here the protocol uses TLS version 1.2. So now so here we can see in step 2 it says identify and analyze the specific protocol. So if here it's its most used protocol is UDP, which is user datagram protocol. So we have chosen user datagram protocol UDP, and it says what is the purpose of this protocol chosen. So UDP is ideal when application can tolerate some packet loss actually, but require fast and efficient communication. Then here it says what are the common port number used by this protocol. So if we can see here, if we can go in statistics, then conversation here, if we can choose UDP, since we are using UDP, so here it says like port A is mostly used. Here we can see 443, in port B as well it's 443. So port A is usually source port, and the port B is destination port. So here we can see 443 is mostly used on the port A and port B as well. Okay, so then it says identify and analyze at least 3 packets that belong to this protocol. Yeah, so then describe the content and their significance. So here if you can see at if we can choose the first 3 packets. So here we can see in the first packet, the packet that was captured in 0.0000 second, and in 0.000 time, and the source IP address is 142.250.183.234, and the destination IP is 192.168.31.88, and the protocol used is UDP, and the length of the packet sent is 147 bytes. And here it says the port A, which is source port 443, to destination port 53319, where the packet have sent from 443 to 53319. And and alien means it's the length that identifies the length of the UDP payload. UDP payload is 105 bytes. So in first packet, that's the details. And in second packet, here we can see it is also captured at this time 0.0000, and the source IP address is 142.250.195.74, and the destination IP is 192.168.31.88, and the protocol used is UDP, and the length of the packet is 72 bytes. And the port from source port to destination port, the packet that was sent was 443 to 51157, and the length of the UDP payload is 30 bytes. And number 3, if we can see, the source IP is 142.250.193 and 1.131, and the destination IP is 192.168.31.88, and the protocol used is UDP, and the length of the packet is 67 byte, and the port that was sent from 443 to 61027 from source to destination, and the length of the UDP payload is 25 bytes. And the number 3 packet was captured at this time 0.00000092. So if we can say about the significance of this packets in the context of UDP protocol, these packets represent like a UDP based communication, likely using QUIC over port 443, involving a small message from a Google service to a local device. It is likely part of an optimized low latency secure connection such as web session HTTP/3 or a real-time application. So that was the significance. Now if we can see, okay. So here in step 3 we have to detect a network anomaly, then detect a network anomaly in the captured traffic. If there is an anomaly, then we have to describe it and provide a recommendation for that. So in this captured traffic, so if we can see if there is an anomaly, so far there is no anomaly. If we can scroll down, then we can see we can see here an anomaly have detected, which says at frame 800 its capture time is 11.717242, and the source IP is 192.168.31.88, and the source destination IP is 62.171.169.198, and the protocol is TCP, and the length of packet is 54 byte. And here we can see the acknowledgement unseen segment. So TCP acknowledgement unseen segment have been detected. So here it a network anomaly is detected which have this time frame, this time captured at this time, and this packet have a source IP this one, and the destination IP this one, and the protocol is TCP, and the length of the packet is 54 bytes. So if we have to provide some recommendation for that, so at first we have to investigate like potential packet loss. Then for that we have to check for network congestion or faulty hardware like in routers or switches, etc. And we may use tools like ping or trace route to detect latency or packet loss. Then we can check for out of order delivery. Then we can check for out of order delivery, like ensuring the network path is stable with no routing issues. If out of order packets are frequent, consider reordering settings at the application or transport layer. So we can provide that recommendation for TCP acknowledgement unseen segment. Then for general recommendation, we can enable network monitoring tools such as an IDS or IPS to detect unusual traffic patterns in real time. So that's it for this assignment. Thank you. Bye.